What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is Rich of Review Tech USA, and I thought I would go over PlayStation's PSN Welcome Back program. I see a lot of extremes on both sides. The anti-PlayStation side is really attacking Sony, and I think it's over the top. And then you have the infamous Sony Defense Force vehemently defending the PlayStation, which I also think is very extreme. So pretty much both sides are very polarized, and I wanted to give my take on the whole thing. But anyway, before I go into the opinion side of this video, I want to talk about the games they're giving away. So if for the PlayStation 3, if you don't own these games, they're really good games too. You could pick up 2 of these 5. They have Dead Nation, Infamous, Little Big Planet, the original, not the second one, Super Stardust HD, and Wipeout HD plus Fury. So you could pick up 2 of these 5 games, and also 2 if you are not a PSN Plus member. They're going to give you 30 days of that, and if you are a PSN Plus member, you're going to get 60 days free. So really good stuff. Also, too, if you have a PSP, you could pick up 2 of these games as well. They have the Little Big Planet PSP. They have Mod Nation Racers PSP, Pursuit Force, and they have Killzone Liberation. So you could pick up 2 of those 4 games for your PSP if you own a PSP. So the bottom line is Sony realized they screwed up big time, and this package, this welcome back package, I think is amazing. It's well above and beyond anything I thought they would give, even though I thought they should give something like this. But I really commend Sony for this. They realized they made a mistake, and they are doing something to keep their consumers faithful and happy. But of course, I have to go after the Sony Defense Force. I have to give a shout out to Solid Rev. I saw his video regarding this topic, and he made some really good points, and I thought I wanted to give my take on it due to his video. So the reason this video is being made is because of him. So anyway, he showed the whole thing with the PlayStation Network Welcome Back package. And of course, there were the comments. And let's see if I could find the comment right now. Nah, never mind, can't find it. But I'll have Solid Rev's video posted in the description of this video. And he captured the screenshot of the comment. And basically what it says is, you know, Sony doesn't have to give you anything. You know, PlayStation Network is free and everyone's acting like a bunch of spoiled brats. And let me bring the Defense Force back down to planet Earth. First off, the fact that Sony did not have a proper firewall in place with the PlayStation Network means that they rushed the network because they wanted to get it out with the launch of the PlayStation 3 to keep up with the Joneses, aka the Xbox 360. So that was a major screw-up. And secondly, look on the back of your PlayStation 3. Is there an Ethernet port? Is there a Wi-Fi card built into your PlayStation 3? Unless you have the original launch 20GB model, yeah, you do have a Wi-Fi card in there. So guess what? Even though you're not paying a monthly fee or a yearly fee like you do with Microsoft Xbox Live, when you bought your PlayStation, part of the money that you spent on it was to invest in the PlayStation Network so you could play online. So basically, when you brought your PlayStation home, the money you spent on it meant that you had the right to go online and play games. It wasn't a privilege, it was a right. See, that's the problem, is that everyone's head is all twisted up because Microsoft made people think that you should pay to play games online. That's not the case. Let me give you an example as to why Sony should be blamed, and you should hold Sony accountable for what happened with PSN. You go to purchase a car. Okay, there's a company selling a car, and they have 3 different models of this car. They have an entry-level one, they have a mid-range one, and they have a luxury edition. But their big claim to fame with this car is that even the entry-level model has a sunroof. Okay? And for the price point of this car, no one else on the market has this sunroof. But 6 months down the line, you know, the sunroof starts to leak, you know, the motor that makes the sunroof pull back doesn't work properly, and you get in your mail a letter from the company that sold the car saying that there's a problem with the sunroof, your car needs to be recalled, and we need to replace the parts to make it work properly and to make it have a good seal so rain doesn't come in. Would you go around and say on websites, oh, the sunroof was just thrown in, so, you know, it was a privilege, not a right. And so we need to not be spoiled brats and just enjoy our leaking sunroof that doesn't work. No, you wouldn't. You would hop your tight little asses, back to the car dealer and get that thing fixed, and you would be angry. So why is it different with gaming consoles or electronics? See, what people don't realize, from kids to adults, is that when you have blind faith in a company and just accept their flaws, whether it be clothing, electronics, food, doesn't matter. If you just accept their flaws, just because you want to be faithful to them, the company will never improve. If something happens that makes you unsatisfied with the company's product and you don't point fingers, they don't learn their lesson and they don't improve. And when millions of people will blindly defend Sony or that car company I was just talking about, the make-believe one, if it did exist and people just blindly defended them, they're not going to try to think ahead and see what they can do to improve their product for the customer. Because they'll just say, hey, we could just keep shoveling them shit and they'll buy it. Just because you point your finger at a company doesn't take away your faith and solidarity to their product or brand. It just shows that you demand more and you demand better. And to all the Microsoft fanboys having a field day, like a party, a celebration, because PSN was down for almost a month. How many Microsoft Xbox 360s had the red ring of death? Millions upon millions, right? Try to keep that little fact in mind. It's a pretty big one. The fact is, folks, all of the gaming platforms, including the PC, yes, I know the last video I just made, had their flaws this generation. But no matter what platform you're a fan of, if you don't point your finger at the company and demand them to give you better simply because you want to show that you have faith in them or solidarity, that's just dumb. This is Rich of Review Tech USA. Have a good one.